Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Locum23 here. You're joining me back for part 2 of the special chapter for James at the Masquerade Ball. And just by the way, if you stay to the end, there is a special announcement just for you. Let's begin. Oh, stop. I only showed up to dinner like that once. And of course, I've changed. It's been 3 years. I couldn't stay 17 forever. Wow. I can't wait to catch up with you. You clear your throat. Oh, I apologize. I should have introduced you two earlier. It's all right, James. You hold your hand out to Vanessa. I'm Mizumi. I'm James's date. Pleased to meet you. James's date. Oh, that's so sweet. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Vanessa Kingsley. James and I go way back. You're interrupted by waiters arriving with dinner. They set beautifully plated entrees in front of you as you work through your meal. How did you two meet? At Hartfeld, we both work for Professor Vasquez. The Enrique Vasquez who wrote A Summer Without? That must be quite an experience. That's one way to put it. James is probably learning more than me, though. His insights are valuable to my work. I'm glad. You always did love Vasquez's writing, though I'm surprised you prefer him to an author like Albrecht Foster. I didn't know you were acquainted with Foster. Acquainted? I'm majoring in literature with an emphasis on early 20th century writers. I've read everything he's ever written. Interesting. Why do you think I should apprentice Foster more? I just think his novels on the transformation of social classes in the 1920s America would be more interesting to you. I've actually considered Foster's work before, but I like Vasquez more. Vanessa catches your eye. I didn't mean to exclude you, Mizumi. What do you think? I think keeping up with the Kardashians, modern writer Vasquez's style is more approachable. Vasquez and Foster are both writers. While Foster's writing is more on point, Vasquez is more relevant. Well put, Mizumi. Yes, excellent point. Anyway, I'm sorry. I could go on about books all right. I'm assuming all night. But that probably wouldn't be fun for everyone. Let's change the subject. Anything you want, Mizumi. Anything she wants? That could be dangerous. I'm intrigued. All right, Vanessa. Do you have any embarrassing stories about James? Do you still like James? There we go. Actually, did you know that James took ballet? He did? When? I don't think we should tell this story. Oh, please, go on. Our parents signed us both up for it. James was the cutest dancer you've ever seen. He was very talented. He could have been great until the incident. We can stop here. Shh, I want to listen to the rest. The week before our spring recital, our very strict teacher thought that James' pirouettes needed work. She kept moving him due to turn after turn. Eventually, he got so dizzy that he tripped. It couldn't have been that bad, except his pants split right open in front of all of us girls. Ugh. Giving us a great view of his purple dinosaur underwear. He ran out of the studio and never came back again. Oh, poor James. Yes, poor me. Can we change the topics now? All right, fine. You're off the hook, Mr. Ballerina. A short time later, after dessert, you heard the orchestra play an opening chords of a waltz. I know it might be traumatic for you, but can we dance? Of course. Wow, I'm surprised he's so willing to waltz. He absolutely loved dancing the cotillion back in high school. You really have changed him, Mizumi. Let's just say I'll tolerate it for the right person, shall we? James pulls you onto the dance floor, into the waltz, as you glide around the room. Are you okay? I know we ended up talking with Vanessa a lot. I hope that was okay. To be honest, I'm a little jealous of her. I don't feel threatened. I mean, you two have a lot in common, but you're dancing with me, aren't you? Yeah, exactly. You lean your head back, or excuse me, you lean your head against his chest as you sway to the music. Suddenly, the music fades, and on stage, an announcer calls the crowd to attention. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce the winners of the raffle. The winner of the weekend getaway basket is Ticket 2335 Mizumi. Hey, I won. One sexy gift basket coming right up. Tonight's gonna be hot. I can't wait. Go claim your prize, Mizumi. You walk on the stage, the announcer beams as he hands you the gift basket. Congratulations! You look at the audience as they applaud and catch Vanessa pulling James through the crowd. What's she up to? You turn to go, but the announcer clears his throat. Just a second, Mizumi. If you don't mind, we'd love to get a photo of you with your prize. Oh, sure. Look over there for the camera. You smile for the photographer in front of the front row, posing with your basket. Wonderful. Now the director of our charity foundation will thank you, and then you can be on your way. But The director walks up to you expressing her gratitude for your contribution to the charity. After several long minutes, you stumble off stage. Now, where'd James and Vanessa go? After a few minutes of searching, you spot a recessed nook in the back of the room. You thread your way there to find Vanessa and James, heads bent together, their voices low. I hate to do this to you tonight. I know you're with Mizumi, but you've always been very important to me, James. I hope I'm important to you too? Of course you are, Vanessa. You know that. James draws Vanessa tight into a hug. You step forward. I don't want to take this wrong. I mean, he's giving her a hug, not a kiss. James? What the hell is going on here? Is something wrong? Vanessa quickly steps back from James's embrace. Mizumi! I suppose it sounds cliche, but this isn't exactly what it looks like. Okay. What does it look like then? It's my father. He's in trouble. He made a couple of bad investments this year, and it could break him. He's too proud to ask for help, but I thought if I asked Mr. Ashton, his oldest friend, it'd be alright. The reason I came tonight was to talk to James' parents, but since you and James came instead, you decided to ask James. I'll talk to my father. I'm sure he'll want to do everything he can for your family. Thank you, James. This means a lot to me. You have no idea. She hugs James again. And thanks, Mizumi, for letting me borrow your date. Now, I believe I'll head home since everything's winding down. I'm ready to head out as well. Alright, I'll get your coat. I'll keep Mizumi company while you go to the coat check. Okay. When James is out of earshot, Vanessa turns to you. He cares about you a lot. How do you know that? Even though I haven't seen James in a few years, I can still tell. I could always tell. He's one of my dearest friends. Only a friend? For now. He's with you, isn't he? You're not going to do anything? It'd be interesting, but no. All I want to see him is happy. If you two are happy together, I can live with that. But I should warn you, if you hurt him, you'll have to answer to me. Whoa. James returns with your jacket.
All right, Vanessa, it was nice to see you again.
You too, and it was a pleasure to meet you, Mizumi. You too. You and James arrive back at the loft, your gift basket and antique silver frame in tow. James holds up the frame.
It might be nice to have a picture of us to put in here.
You think so? I didn't think we have a photo we can actually use.
We'll get one, but for now...
James places the frame on his bookshelf.
We'll leave it there, as a promise.
Right. In between high school graduation and the family portrait. Nice. You kick off your heels and flop onto the bed.
Are you tired?
I could stay up longer. You trail a hand down the sleeve of his blazer.
Good. I want to do something for you. Stay here. I'll get you in a few minutes.
A few minutes later. James?
All right, I'm ready. Come out.
You walk out to find that James has lit candles and set out a thick blanket in front of the low fire. What's this?
I'm taking advantage of our gift basket.
I like where this is going. You sit down next to him on the blanket, and he puts an arm around you. You lean into him. As much fun as it's to get dressed and go out, sitting here in front of a fire is nice too. Especially after a night like tonight.
Are you okay? I want you to know that nothing happened between me and Vanessa.
I figured. I was barely gone long enough for anything to happen, but it did get me thinking about us, though.
About what?
Well, I can see why your mom is trying to match you with Vanessa. She's a well-educated, elegant woman who studies literature. On paper, you two sound right. Whereas you and I don't. I mean, you summered in the Hamptons, you rode horses, you sailed yachts.
I did a lot of things when I was younger.
What I mean is, your family is well off and connected. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to stay on my scholarship. I definitely didn't summer in the Hamptons. It's like we're from two different worlds.
Does it really bother you?
I guess it doesn't bother me that much, or it does bother me. It doesn't bother me that much.
Good, because we're an excellent match.
He reaches over and gently takes your mask off.
Well, I intend to show you how well matched we are.
And how do you plan to do that? James holds up a bottle of flowery massage oil.
Turn around.
Yes, sir. You turn, and after a moment, the smell of jasmine wafts pleasantly in the air as James' hands settle on you. Keep doing whatever you're doing.
I aim to please.
He runs his hands up and around your neck and shoulders in rhythmic strokes. That feels great. His hands wander further down your back, and after a moment, he drops a kiss on your shoulder. I thought people gave massages with their hands.
I'm thinking outside the box.
He turns you to face him and kisses you deep and long, his mouth hot against yours. After one breathless moment, he pulls away, meeting your eyes.
Do you want to keep going?
James, yes please? Let's just keep it here tonight. Yes please. You're a little overdressed, don't you think?
I can fix that. He sheds a suit and mask, hurrying as your hands run up and down his broad chest. At last he smiles down at you. Now who's overdressed?
Want to do something about it?
He wraps his arms around you, his fingers tugging at the zipper of your dress. It slips off your shoulders. Something like that?
Keep going.
As the fabric falls away, he plants kisses from your neck down to your collarbone and lower.
Oh, James.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yes?
James presses his lips to your stomach. There?
That's not where I meant.
He pushes you back onto the blankets, the firelight warming your skin as your dress slides over your hips and down your legs. Then you must mean here.
Oh, James.
Bounce, chickle.
Oh,
I just had to. Anyway. Later, you lie on the rug with James, warmed by the fire in the fireplace. He props himself up with one elbow and runs fingers down the length of your arm. That was incredible.
yeah. I'm glad we won that gift basket. James grins as he kisses your forehead. I'm serious, James. Who knew candlelight and jasmine could be so sensual? In fact, I could go again. You're about to pull James on top of you when suddenly you give a huge yawn. Come on.
Let's save the second round for tomorrow. Ready for bed?
You stretch languorously on the blanket. Don't you want to stay here?
I assure you, whatever we do here, we can also do in the bed.
But it's so warm. I don't want to move.
Not a problem. I'll carry you.
Laugh as James lifts you in his arms. He carries you into the bedroom. He lays you gently on the bed, and you climb under the covers. The blankets are so cold. James clambers next to you, your legs twining together.
Is that better?
Much. He kisses the top of your head, his arms falling over you, the heat from his body seeping into yours. You smile as your eyes drift shut.
Good night, Mizumi.
Good night, James. Thanks for playing this special chapter of The Freshman. Check out the store to find more books and more special chapters. So I gotta say, that did bring a little bit more transparency to James. I feel like they could have went into depth a little more, but I mean that's, I guess, James' persona and everything. So as for that special announcement I promised at the beginning of the video, if you've reached this far, I really want to thank each and every one of you that watches my videos. You folks, guys and gals alike, are really the folks that keep this channel going. Without viewers like you and how awesome you folks are, I probably would have given up. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of love. And, you know, I'd look at the views and I look at the subscribers and those that are still loyal and watching. I really thank you from my heart, my soul, to the deepest recesses of my mind. I really just want to take a genuine moment and thank you folks. And, it makes me, like I said, keep going in more ways than one. Let's just put it that way. So please, feel free to take a moment. And I'm currently doing Battlestar Galactica. I did upload an episode of that. As you can see here, there's a lot of other stories, like Blood Roses, I'm going to start doing, Castle House, Criminal Case, kind of an interesting one. This is a new app that just came out. This is an anime one, which is very interesting. It's kind of like a fighting game, leveling thing. And there's another story one. Here's an interesting survival and kind of like it's trail, but apparently it's a lot, from what I've heard, it's a lot better off. It just came out itself. Episodes, people told me to check that out. I'm actually planning on, that's about second or third on my list that I'm going to start doing here soon. Then there's 2 Final Fantasy games. I'm going to try fitting in sometime in December. Now, December, I am going to try and do kind of like Team 4-Star DB December. I am going to be doing a little bit of Dragon Ball Z oriented things. For that, let me actually, is Steam pulled up? No, it's not, but a bunch of things were bugged. There's another Final Fantasy. There's an interesting game here. I wanted to check it out. Another love story. This. Um, Megim, which is another interesting, it's a text-based story. Mischief, another story. Another game that I wanted to look at and try with you guys nonstop. It was kind of like Post Night, Once Heroes, another story, another story. We tried this. If there's more people that demand that or ask for it, I'll continue with the Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. There's Plants vs. Zombies 2. Post Night, eh. Trail, pain in the goddamn ass. I'm sorry, but it's just a pain in the ass. And then Sweetheart is another story one. So these, like I said, there's a lot of apps just right here, and there's a lot of other ones that I have right now on the back burner, but I want to, go through these things. So that's why I've been also pumping out a lot of content. And like I said, you guys keep me going. So I just wanted to let you know that. And that's one of the reasons why I especially keep this series going. And I busted my ass catching it back up, especially after the issue where everything got completely wiped out. I pretty much didn't get hardly any sleep to keep the keys going and to keep the chapters going and to beat the deadline of at least getting the 2 books done by the Wednesday release. I mean, I busted my ass. So, because like I said, you folks are willing to enjoy the videos and watch them, and so I got to put in my effort. So also feel free to check out Heroes of the Storm. I've been doing some gameplays of that. It's a MOBA game. I don't know if you know what MOBAs or anything. Just check it out. You may end up liking it, and it is a free game that you can go if you're interested in it and you do have a computer. You don't need a top-end computer, but you can go play Heroes of the Storm. It's free, and you can get heroes with time, effort. If you guys have any questions about any of that, either drop them in the description or comments below underneath the description, or go to those specific videos and leave the questions there, or and I can either answer them in a future video. That's why one of the reasons why I do the Fallout Shelter series is I will talk, and it's kind of a venting thing that I do. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the James video, and like I said, bottom of my heart, thank you, folks. Thank you. And until next time, have a good one.